There's a lot of talk about how to become an advanced gospel pianist. How does one move from an intermediate player into the advanced category? And you need to do this, you need to do that. You know, there's a lot of talks around that. But in my opinion, the single most transformative concept that you have to master to move over into that threshold of becoming an advanced player is the concept of passing chords. That's it. You know, when you're an intermediate player, you know your scales, you know how to play your songs, two hands, you know how to play some melodies with that. But for the advanced gospel pianist, we never play the song the way it was recorded only. We always add a little bit of us to it, add a little bit of personalization. And that's where passing chord comes in, because there's a lot of different ways how you can use passing chords. But once you understand the concept, how this thing works, where to use it and when to use it, then you can really begin to personalize your sound to becoming just like those gospel players. Or if you want, when you listen to a recording, you can hear exactly what they're doing to achieve that sound. It all starts with passing chords. What are those passing chords? I have identified 7 of these passing chords. If you know these 7s, you're golden. The diminished chromatic passing, the minor chromatic passing, the tritone substitution, the famous 2-5-1 passing, the first inversion passing, the chromatic median passing, and the secondary dominant passing. Now, a lot of these work in conjunction with each other. But as we talk about concept, these are it. They're just 7 passing chords. And you can double them up, you can triple them up, you can use them individually. But once you understand these, then you're well on your way to becoming an advanced gospel pianist. And so I have released a new course focusing entirely on the key of C, because it's all about key mastery. And you know me, I'm all about moving everything through all 12 keys. And so the first course in the series is the gospel passing chords in the key of C. And I explain these 7 passing chords, and I show you them in real life timing, how I use these on gospel songs. I have 10 gospel songs that I demonstrate these on, from worship songs to hymns. And I show you that you can use these passing chords in service when accompanying a singer, whether you rehearsed with the singer or not. You can still use these and they will sound beautiful and really enhance the song. Because understanding the concept is one thing. Knowing how to now use that in a practical setting so it sounds good is another. And this course teaches you how to do all of that, all in the key of C. So by the time you finish this course, not only will you master the key of C and advanced chords, you'll also master all those movements that you hear the other gospel players doing and trying to wrap your head around it, but wasn't able to figure out what they're doing to create these sounds and these movements. All of this is laid out in this course. 2-hour course. Features passing chords compact in the key of C. If you're serious about taking your worship chords to a next level, then this is the course you gotta have. There's no workaround. There's only one path to becoming an advanced player, and it starts with understanding passing chords. And let me demonstrate some of these passing chords and how you can use them on basic songs. Let's take this little worship song in C right here. So that was all the song. My soul says yes. You're probably familiar with it. Says yes. Says a yes. My soul says yes, says yes to your will. That's it. My soul says yes, says yes, says a yes. My soul says yes, says yes to your will. That's all the chords to the song. And you're probably thinking, how can you make that sound advanced? Well, check it. So the first thing I'm going to do is, my soul says yes. So I did a 2-5, sort of like a turnaround to get back to my 1 chord. That's the melody. So I can do. And then I just start to extend the harmony. Says yes, says yes, my, right there, that passing. So I changed my 2 chord into a minor 7 flat 5, also known as the half diminished. And you see all of that's blending with the melody? Then let me sing with the melody so you hear what that sounds like in context. My soul says yes, says yes, says a yes. My soul says yes, says yes to your will. Then my soul says yes, says yes, says yes. Check this. My soul says yes. So what I just did there, I did a 2-5 passing taking me to 6. My soul says yes, says yes, says yes, yes. See, that was my original progression, yeah? Then I did my soul, then to my 6, then my 2, then my 5, then my 1. But I decide I don't want to do it that way. So I go, my soul says yes, says yes, then says yes, then because my destination all along that I'm trying to get to is A minor. So I did a 2-5, then a 2, then a 5, they dropped me to 2. So 2-5, then drop me to my 3, then propel me to A minor. So I sort of took that 2-5 extension, 2-5 concept, and extended it just a little bit more. So my soul says yes, says yes, says a yes. And then I did a turnaround. This is called the diminished chromatic passing. I went to 3, then I did a diminished descent down to my 2, keeping it as a minor 11th. And then I can make this my flat 13th right here. And I'm back to 1. So instead of doing to your will, a 2-5, I can just throwing the diminished chromatic passing there. So to your will. So that's just some of the things you can do. My soul says yes, says yes, says yes. My soul says yes. And I use the series of diminished chromatic passing at that last part. So when I go, my soul says yes, then to 2, to my 1 slash with the 5 in the bass, C/G. And all of this stuff, guys, I break down nice and slow in the course. I have MIDI files, I got LMV files, I got the score annotated to show you exactly where the passing chords were used. I did this on 10 popular songs, the full 2-hour course. And this is the first course in the series, yeah? Because there are 12 keys, and this is just featuring the key of C. And as I go to different keys, I'm also going to change the songs so that you get different songs in every keys, different voicings, different movements. You know, my goal is to solve this mystery with passing chords, because I know a lot of guys out there, a lot of girls out there want to get this under their belt, and YouTube is not as convincing as it should be with helping to solve this. So you can get this full course over at pianolessonwithwarren.com. Again, this course comes with the downloadable sheets of all the stuff that I play to demonstrate. So if you read score, you can dive into that and really see what's going on. If you don't read music, I got you also. I have the LMS files. And what are LMS files? Those are just files, MIDI fused with the audio of my voice. And so when you dump that into Ridiculous, you can see exactly what I'm playing, and you can slow it down if you want. You can even transpose it into other keys, yeah? Because the A7 flat 9th chord is basically the same diminished chord with an A bass, you can use that A7th to propel you to that minor chord. And that's what we're getting to secondary dominance, the secondary dominant passing. Because I want you to be able to consume all of this information and learn based on the skill that's already strong and dominant for you. So if you can read music, you can learn that way. If you don't read music at all, you can just do it by watching my hands, watching the MIDI keyboard and all that stuff. You know, the course breaks down everything really slowly. There is no doubt at the end of this course, you won't have any more questions about what passing chords are, what to use them. Again, this course covers 7 passing chords, and these are the 7 passing chords I have identified over the years, over a decade of listening and studying gospel music. It's 7 passing chords that these cats keep using over and over. You can double them, you can triple them, you can extend them, you can change the voicing of the chord, but at the end of the day, it's just 7. And this is going to help you to achieve that sound. These are stuff that you can use right away in your playing, because again, they're demonstrated on popular songs that I'm sure that your church already do on a weekly basis, so you can start to experiment with these things. Practical passing chord, not just theory stuff that makes no sense in the real world. This stuff makes sense in the real world. It's all the stuff you hear in the Fred Hammond songs, you know, the William McDowell songs, the John P. Key, the Kirk Franklin, all that stuff that you hear those movements and you're trying to figure out, yeah, what's going on there? It's in this course. I show you everything, and I make sure to do it in the key of C. So you see the same chord progressions coming up. You see me even using similar voicings, or you see how by just changing the voicing of the chord, I can change the sound. You know, because who would have known? And my soul said, yes, I could have done that passing there. My soul says, I could even do that to tritone substitution. That's another one. Says yes, says yes, says yes, my soul. I can go down here, tritone sub again. Says yes. Diminished chromatic passing says yes to your will. Another tritone sub. So I show you in this course how I can really substitute out chords in my 2-5-1, or how I can use my minor chromatics, my secondary dominants, all the stuff. It's beautiful, guys. So head over to Piano Lesson with Warren and check that out. By the way, keep listening, keep singing, and keep practicing. Catch you in the next tutorial.